wonder if the genre you are writing or reading is the right genre for you? Are you bored and want to change? Do you have a story idea and it doesn't fit with your current brand? There are several reasons why an author changes genres. Let's talk about that and some ways to do it.
Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air.
My name is Kelly Martin. I'm an Amazon best-selling author of Haunt, Horror, and Happiness, my Ghost Hunter series, Dark and Deadly Things, and my Angels and Demons series, Heartless, along with a lot of standalones, including Trinity Row, Sally Comes Home, and The House That Fear Built, are all on Amazon. So, let's get to today's video. First of all, what is a genre? A genre is a category your book falls into. Simple, right? I'm sure you all already know that. Some books or movies are what is called genre bending, which is my favorite thing. It's when a project doesn't fit neatly into one certain genre box. Now, I've actually seen several agents specifically ask for genre bending manuscripts on their manuscript wish list lately, which makes me super happy. If you can bend genres, should you? Well, that's not exactly the topic we're talking about today. You can mix genres in your books, a romance and horror, fantasy, romance, humor with horror, etc. What we're talking about today is when you have either published in a certain genre before and want to write something new. How do you do that? The simple answer is you just do it. There is no hard and fast rule. You can either keep your pen name or don't. You can have more than one pen name. There are some things, however, to consider when changing genres, even if you keep your user name, not your username, your pen name. A little bit of background about me. I started writing Christian young adult books, and now I write horror. I ended up keeping my name, although sometimes I wonder if I should have. My early books are out of print now, so that part doesn't really matter as much. That said, the genres of your books do tend to bleed over into your name, your marketing, and the way you talk about your books. Think about certain colors, certain fonts, certain sayings that are synonymous with different genres. For example, red and black are often seen in spicy adult romance book covers and websites. Black, white, and gray are often in horror. Muted colors are seen in historical a lot. Romance has bright colors and sometimes cartoon characters. If you're writing spicy adult romance and change to historical, think about your website. Think about the changes you might have to make, your colors, your cover scheme, and things you post about on Instagram. I admit it was a bit difficult to switch genres for me since I started in young adult Christian, went to YA romance, adult Regency-ish, YA mystery, YA horror, adult horror, middle grade horror, and adult ghost stories. At the beginning, green was a common theme of my books and website, and as time went on, I wanted more of a spooky vibe, so I changed everything. Website, newsletters, book covers, even the name of this channel. If I still wrote the other genres, it would make difficult marketing issues and cohesiveness. Is it impossible? No. I know a lot of people who write different genres and do well with it. You have to be mindful, though, of what people expect when they read your book. Because imagine the confusion if you pick up a Stephen King book and ended up with a sweet romance. It might take you back a little bit. Can Stephen King write a sweet romance? Absolutely. There is no law in the world that says he can't. But would marketing that book be difficult? Oh, I imagine so. Now think about when you completely change genres. Say you go from middle grade fantasy to adult or even spicy adult. Changing genres is a bit different in that respect. When genres are on, let's say, different sides of a coin, you have to really think about one, if you want to keep the same name, two, if you want to keep your old books available, three, if you even want to write the new book genre, four, if you want to change genres completely or if this is a new book, just a one off. Now, some things that are very important to consider when changing genres are. Now, remember, I am not the book police. This is not a be all end all, you have to do this my way list. This is just some things to consider and what you need to really think about when changing genres, especially when it comes to marketing and especially when it comes to your website and your newsletters and even your social media. So, what are some things to consider when changing genres? Number one, marketing. How much will this change what your audience expects from your book? Number two, social media. Do you need to change colors, schemes, add different genre keywords to your page to let folks know that your next book isn't going to be like the other ones? Number three, do you need a new pen name? Do your genres go together okay? If someone from your old genre picked up a copy of your new genre because they saw that you wrote it, would it be appropriate for them to look at? Number four is time. Changing genres takes time. Is it something you want to invest time into doing? Number five, is this a permanent change or a temporary one? Will you go back into the other genre, or is this new one something you want to write for a while? And number six, are you only writing the new genre because of trends, and specifically trends that are selling well? I'll tell you why I put that one down. I wrote my first Regency romance because that was what was selling at the time. I had never read a Regency romance until after I'd finished my first draft of my Regency romance. And then I realized how much I didn't know about writing a Regency romance. Now I went back and changed everything. It took a very long time to get that book, in the whole Regency genre of what Regency readers expect. It took a while. And I did it. It happened. It was a good book, but I only did it because of the trend. And then when I got to book two, I tried, my brain was trying to make a ghost story out of it instead of a romance. In fact, the second book in that series, The Beast of Ravenston, has one of the scariest scenes I believe I've ever written. And it's not even supposed to be a scary book. So my brain kind of fought off on that one. So be sure you're not just following trends. And if you are following trends, make sure it's a trend that you actually enjoy. I love Regency romance now. I have read many Regency romances. I love them. It's one of my favorite genres to read now. But at the time, I will admit it, I got on it because they were selling well. And that is, my brain was like, we ain't doing this. So we stopped. Now I just read them and enjoy them. So there you go. 6 things to think about when you are considering changing genres with your writing. It isn't a huge deal if you haven't gotten a website up yet or social media dedicated to that specific aesthetic. However, it is important, even if you don't have a book out yet, to consider these things. Now, let's talk about you. What do you think? Have you changed genres? Did you keep your original pen name? Did you switch pen names? Did you find it difficult switching genres? Was it more difficult from what people expected of your next book? Or was it easier than you thought it would be to change genres? Let's talk about it in the comments. Also, if you haven't already, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by giving you content that is important to you. If you feel like this video did that, please consider subscribing. Ring the bell so you know when I make new videos. Actually, right now, I'm working on a very special vlog style video. And I'm not sure when I'm going to post it, but hopefully soon. Next week's video is on when your personality doesn't match the content or your book genre, and how difficult or not difficult that can be. I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to be a whole lot of fun. So until next time, this is Kelly Martin from Publishing and Poltergeist, and I will see you in the comments.